Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Aboim, to the Kenes Nashim, Le'ilui Nishmas Morenu Agadol, Rabbi Yosef Sholom, Elyashiv, Zecher Tzadik V'Kadosh Livracha. The Chaim, in his Pirush on Tanakh, says that in the Achris Hayomim, in the days to come, the Ikvasa de Mashiach, the period immediately before Bias HaMashiach, which he said, Asher Hi Ka'et, which has begun already in his times, there will be a tremendous battle between the forces of purity and the forces of impurity. And this battle will be brutal, and many victims will emerge from this battle. And of course, the Koiches Kedusha, the powers of Kedusha will prevail. But he says that that generation that will be present in those days will have a tremendous responsibility incumbent upon them. The Bnei Torah, the Yirei Shamayim, the Shomrei mitzvahs of that door, of the door of Ikvasa de Mashiach, will be those who will be fighting this tremendous spiritual struggle that is taking place. Morenu Agadol, Rabbeinu Rabbi Elyashiv, Zecher Tzadik V'Kadosh Livracha, in his last years of life, was most concerned about the levels of tznius, of modesty in Knal Yisrael, particularly relating to our tzibur, to the tzibur, the community of Shomrei Torah and mitzvahs. And he expressed these concerns several times in his latter years. He encouraged myself and my wife, Shlita, to write a sefer on this topic. And thank God we were able to write the sefer with his input, and this was one of the last haskamas, the last approbations that he gave in his lifetime was to the sefer. In the introduction, the letters of approbation upon which the Rav signed, a verse is quoted from Yirmiyahu. Ani Hashem be'ita achishena. And Chazal say, Im yizku achishena. If the Am Yisrael will merit achishena, he will hasten the Geula. This, the Gaon Vilna says on this pasuk, on this pirush of Chazal, the Gaon Vilna says that the reference was to the issue of modesty. So we see that the issue of modesty is something most central in these very important days of our door, the issue of modesty. And this really is our great challenge. Rebbetzin Batsheva Kanievsky, in her letter of introduction to the Sefer, the Unique Princess, on tznius, writes the following, and I'll quote and translate from her letter. Terrible trouble has been thrust upon the Jewish people in recent years. Indescribable tragedies of widows and orphans. Our great rabbis were asked, why is this happening, and what can be done to repair the matters? The rabbis have answered that it is because of a lack of modesty, and that this matter must be repaired quickly. They suggested that each and every woman take upon herself some improvement in this area. It is written that we were redeemed from Egypt in the merit of the righteous women who did not change the way they dressed, and in the merit of these dear Jewish women and girls who will be careful about their modesty. With Hashem's help, we will be redeemed speedily in our days, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu will say enough to the suffering of the nation of Israel. Bet Kanievsky. This is the issue. This is one of the paramount issues of importance facing our door. It was decided in honor of the feelings of Gedolei Yisrael, and to honor and to commemorate, to perpetuate the memory of Morenu Rabbi Yosef, it was decided to write a Sefer Torah in his memory. And this Sefer Torah will be a special Sefer Torah. The Sefer Torah will be essentially made up of letters which were purchased on behalf of Neshei Israel, of the women of Israel. Women and girls of Israel could, a letter could be purchased for them, and the condition is that they take upon themselves to strengthen themselves in the area of modesty, of tznius, and take upon themselves to continue studying this area of tznius. So it is with this, HaKadosh Baruch Hu should help that this Sefer Torah, which has already begun, there are women all over the world who are purchasing letters and who are taking upon themselves and are strengthening themselves in this issue. It is with this, our tefillah is, that this Sefer Torah will be a holy Sefer Torah, and this Sefer Torah will be another step towards Bias Mashiach Tzidkeinu Bimheira Amen. We are now going to see a brief video presentation of the great family of Maran Rabbi Elyashiv, his sons, his great sons, and his great sons-in-law, who participated in the writing of the initial letters of the Sefer Torah, and Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky, his great son-in-law, Yibodel l'chaim tovim v'aruchim. Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky has said that he will give a brocha to every woman who participates in this mitzvah and who takes upon herself to strengthen herself and others in the area of tznius, of modesty. Yirotzon, we should see the geula shlema bimheira amen.
משהו בעניין צניאס, ללמוד לחזק בצניאס. אז רצינו, זה הנוסח שרצינו לכתוב את זה, כבר כל בית רבי יושב, ועכשיו עוד מעט נהיה אצל רב זילברשטיין בבית, הוא גם יכתוב וגם אצל רב עזריאל. והרעיון הוא שהספר ייתן חיזוק בעניין הצניאס.
אנחנו רוצים לכתוב את זה.
שיהיה בהצלחה.
אמן. בסדר, בבקשה. חוץ, יפשי לי בחוץ.
זה שהבעל יזכה עבור אשתו או עבור ביתו.
אלעד ועל ישראל ומחוי גזרי סוף לדיע שמעבודו שמצווי סוף לא גזרס ולגן סוף עד פעם שיש ישרתון להגמור שמרים עציר מצווה סוף ונוחש גם מתרבים ויומר ויומר אז רזל גם זיבר אדור וזמרים עלינו מה שנבא זה מסוסת לא עושים מן רבי אבל סתם משעשי כי משעשי נעשה מה יעשי לנו רבי אביהו ריבויה